Hello, hello. I'm so glad you're here. I just want to start with a little bit of gratitude. I am grateful that you are a part of this community, that you are prioritizing yourself, that you're prioritizing your money, that you're building relationships here with us. I know we are all incredibly busy. And I know with our global audience, it's really hard to all get together at one time. I got so many kind messages from you saying you would love to be on the call, but you're driving your kids to school, or you're working at that time, or you're celebrating International Women's Day. I celebrate you. Most of you are women, but we have a few good men in these communities too. But today is a day of celebration. So I just wanted to start with gratitude. If you want to think for a moment about some gratitude, what are you grateful for this morning or this evening? Take a moment and think about that. So I'm so excited to be reading Balance with you. I read this book in the past, a couple of years ago, when it first came out. I've also read Andrew Hallam's other books, and he has totally transformed and changed my life when it comes to money and happiness with this new book. And I am so excited that you are reading this with me. Now, I know it's really hard, like I started this little video with, to show up live, to be able to make it, even if you want to. And so, what I'm trying to do is set up some asynchronous learning opportunities for you. You know, I'm a teacher at heart. So what I've created is this Padlet, okay? And this is a way that we can asynchronously at different times really collaborate. And as he talks about in chapter 3, build relationships. Relationships are key to our happiness. And so what I have here is chapters 1 through 3, which is what we've read up to at this point. If you're behind, that's okay. That's the whole point, is that this is growing across the month. Also, just know it's pretty light and fast reading. He's a storyteller, Andrew is. I love his humor and such. So it's pretty quick to get through, even for a slow reader like me. But we're going to use the circle, triangle, square routine. And so the way that works is I want you to think about what's still going around the circle in your mind. So, what's a key idea from chapters 1 through 3 that keeps circling in your thoughts? And what you're going to do is you're just going to hit this plus button here and you're going to type your thoughts. And so for me right now, what's circling in my mind is kind of a question, is how do I can't talk and think at the same time. How do I keep experiences at the front of my mind when making everyday spending decisions, right? Because he talks about how experiences bring us so much more happiness than material goods. Yet every day we're like faced with these spending decisions. And so that's like what's circling in my mind. Like, how do I keep doing that? I need to keep telling myself, you're saving money by not buying that so you can go on a trip, that kind of thing. The triangle is your 3 key takeaways. So share 3 things you learned or found valuable from these first 3 chapters. Also, the introduction I should have added here. So you're again going to push the plus and post it there. And then what's one thing that squares with you, feels solid or actionable? What's one lesson from these chapters that you're committed to applying in your life? Plus, add it there. And then it would be great if we interacted with each other on here by liking, by adding comments. I agree, me too, right? So let's give this a try. We'll continue having the live calls weekly for those of you that, if you can make it, love to see you, love to chat. But otherwise, and also during those live calls, let's add to this Padlet. Let's do our learning and collaboration and relationship building here on this Padlet. So this has been shared in the group with you. It's pinned post in both the Female Finance Collective and Teachers Need Teachers. This is a collaborative book club, which is really fun this month. For those of you that don't know, I co-own Female Finance Collective with an amazing, also former teacher, Jen Sullivan, and we have a podcast that airs every Wednesday on YouTube and also our any podcast platform that you listen on. So just check out Female Finance Collective. And then the second group that I have is Teachers Need Teachers, and we do a different book club each month. And this month we're doing Balance book club in both communities. So super fun. So the Padlet is here in both communities, up at the top, pinned at the top of the post. Okay. So I look forward to hearing your thoughts on chapters 1 through 3. For me, my big 3 takeaways, I'm not going to take the time to type while I speak again, but is how important relationships are. I really need to work on that some more. I'm going to reach out to my sister-in-law today. Her birthday's next week. Haven't seen her in forever. The second one is to just keep kind of my question, just keep those experiences in the foremind. I know that I've lived around the world. I have goals of living part-time in the US and part-time overseas again once the kids are both settled in college. So I need to remember that for everyday spending right now. And then my third key takeaway is we're doing a really good job just having 2 used cars. We don't spend money on cars, but yet cars are so expensive. And then what's one thing that squares with me, it feels solid and actionable, is just to keep going. I've followed Andrew's philosophy for many years now. I don't know, 10, 12 probably years now. And so I'm just going to keep going, and learning and interacting with all of you is going to help bring it to the forefront, help my brain make it a habit and easier to save, but live a healthy, happy lifestyle now and build that for my future self. So I look forward to collaborating with you more here on this Padlet as well as in the communities, and let's keep going. Next week we'll read the next 3 chapters, so I'll keep you updated, and I'm so glad you're here again. Grateful for you. Take care and have a great weekend. Happy Friday.